Welcome back, my friends, and good morrow to the Green Rose Inn. My friends, today we have quite the video for you, and I'm going to tell you what I know about the new Fortnite season dropping tomorrow. Fortnite's override season, with the tagline of "Break the rules, change the game," has a lot to deliver to us come tomorrow, very early in the morning if you're Eastern Standard Time. Now, there's a couple of things I'm very excited about. Obviously, looking at the image that we have here, there's a bunch of characters obviously going to be a part of this season, mainly all video game themed, and by this season picture alone, you can tell that there are definitely characters that was supposed to be a part of this season, but maybe a special company that we all know and love decided to not go for it, which kind of makes sense in a way, because I know there's a couple of characters that are in Fortnite, in my opinion, that, like, I don't know, it's just weird looking at them holding guns, and a couple of them in the season. So we're just going to talk a little bit more about who we have in the battle pass, what location changes are to come, and if there are any new items that are supposed to be dropping tomorrow with the season. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the new locations. There are a couple of new ones that we, of course, if you haven't seen the trailer, I'll drop some of the footage here. There are a couple of new ones that we know of, like the Green Hill Zone from Sonic. Obviously, they had to include that, because if not, how do you really have Sonic without Green Hill Zone? Everybody knows Green Hill Zone, and if you don't, do yourself a favor and play some of the Sonic games. They're fantastic. I'm not a humongous Sonic stan forever. I've always been a Mario guy, obviously, but make sure to play some of those games. They are very fun. Anyway, we do have the Green Hill Zone, which is supposed to be replacing the Calamari Canyon. We also do know that Geno's headquarters is going to be replacing the Frosted Flats. The Spire is going to be replacing the center of the map. The Temple, which is supposed to be something for Crash, like a Crash point of interest, which is very interesting that they included him in a lot of the advertising, but I don't think he's going to be a part of the battle pass. So I'm very curious to see when they're going to drop him, if they're just going to make him a store exclusive, which does kind of make sense. But when it comes to this, I feel like everyone should be on the battle pass, but I digress. Anyway, the temple itself is supposed to be replacing the Sinister Strip, and then we do have what is supposed to be called Pac-Man Island, which I don't know if this is going to be a part of the main island or just kind of its own thing on the side. I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But all of these things I'm very, very excited to play through, especially Green Hill Zone. I feel like it's straight out of the Sonic game. I'm really excited for that. And I also want them to kind of add more, to be honest, as we go through the season. Like, there's a bunch of games that could have been included in here, and I'll just rant about that a little bit. Like, I feel like Temple Run could have been included in here. Rayman from Rayman's Legends could have been included in here. They did already drop Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat on previous seasons, so I'm kind of curious as to why they feel like they couldn't go a different route with these characters. I know there's we'll go over what's in the battle pass, but I know there's the character in the battle pass that's heavily inspired by Street Fighter, but it's just not it's not from Street Fighter. It's just a Fortnite original. Speaking of the battle pass, let's go over what we know to be in the battle pass. There are a couple of original characters, like I said, that are supposed to be heavily inspired from some of the great games that we know, and apparently one of the first ones that we are supposed to get in the battle pass is named Bastion, which looks incredibly close to someone who we all know and love, Mr. Link himself. Again, another character that I don't understand. Like, I don't know how it would feel seeing Link hold an AK-47 or just any sort of gun. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't fit. Same thing with Mario. There's another character in the battle pass named Kitty Wins. You could definitely tell, and especially by the trailer that they dropped, that there was supposed to be a Mario Kart character, maybe Mario himself, but you can tell obviously in the override picture, you can see she's there riding a kart. It was definitely supposed to be Mario Kart on there. As far as the battle pass, we're gonna have Bastion, like I said, Grace Crown, which looks like she's heavily inspired by Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid, another fantastic series, mind mind you. Go ahead and play that for yourself. Kitty Wins is supposed to be the person from Mario Kart. We have Rexel, which looks to be an original concept that's supposed to be heavily inspired by the Tetris series, but also supposed to be, I don't know, kind of gives me a little bit of Terraria vibes. I know it's all blocky and stuff, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. Obviously, it is supposed to be Tetris, but I just got Terraria vibes from there itself. And then the character I was talking about earlier, Molly, or Molly, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it definitely looks like they just kind of made a original character for Street Fighter instead of including more Street Fighter characters. Don't know why. And actually, you're bound to see more video game characters as the season goes on. Like, I'm sure they are gonna add more Street Fighter characters and stuff like that. Maybe a more Halo skins and stuff. I know Halo is in the season promotion image as well. But to go forward, we have Phantom, which is supposed to be Black Knight from way back in the day, but kind of redesigned. And you can tell that this character was definitely supposed to be Ghost from Call of Duty. That's what I get. I know that they probably asked, and Call of Duty was like, that's okay. We don't need the representation, but thanks anyway. So they were like, okay, fuck it. And then they just decided to make him, looks like a fantastic skin. I can't wait to put it on. It's gonna be great. But you can definitely tell that was supposed to be Ghost. And I'm kind of sad because I feel like Call of Duty would have been fantastic crossover for this, and the fact that they didn't allow it just tells me that they're probably a little jealous of how big Fortnite has gotten, and especially with all the crap that they have endured within the past couple of years with like Black Ops 7 and everyone just shitting on it, and then they're like, hey everyone, here's Black Ops 1 and 2. So go ahead and play that because we know you like those games. But I digress. That's a video for another time. That was a whole mess what happened with them within these past like 2 years or so. Of course, we have Fortnite's big bad, Gino himself, which is supposed to be on the battle pass, and I'm sure there'll be epic styles for all of these characters. And then of course, what is supposed to be recorded as the last person in the battle pass, we have the man in blue himself, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, there was something I was a little bit curious about with Sonic, because if Sonic is going to be a part of the battle pass, then that only begs the question of what is going to happen to Shadow. Obviously, we are probably going to end up paying $20 for Shadow, which sucks because I love Shadow over Sonic. Shadow's just badass. I will speak no further on the subject, okay? So if I have to pay $20, I'm probably going to shell out $20. But it's fine. We don't have to worry about that, okay? So either we're going to have to buy him, or they're just going to make him like another skin in like the... what is it called? The thing after the battle pass is like, hey, here's some extra skins. That's probably where he's gonna be. With that should be all the people on the battle pass, but there's a lot of people in speculation who I'm very excited to see. Now, in the override image, and I keep going back to that, I'm so sorry, but in the override image, we see a couple of people who who are not on the battle pass, obviously, and the one everyone, myself included, is talking about is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. How the hell did me and you get to the point where Sora is in Fortnite? I didn't know I needed it until they released it, and I said, you know what? Yes, I would like to see Sora kill me with a rocket launcher. I don't know why, I need it. But he's one of those characters that can definitely work. There are a couple of characters I feel that Crash Bandicoot, super cool that he's in this, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna make us buy him as well. But I'm very excited to see Crash. I think he's funny and hilarious, and his games are very difficult, so that makes a lot of sense. Mega Man as well is heavily featured in this season, which makes me think he's also going to be someone they're going to put on the store for sure, which sucks, especially if they're going to have the Mega Man Mythic, the blaster, the arm blaster. Like, dude, like he should have, all of these people, Crash, Mega Man, Sora, they all should have been part of the battle pass. But, I guess Fortnite has to make their money. I know they haven't been doing fantastic so far, but I think myself and everyone is very excited about this new season that's coming up. So let me know who you're going to play on the battle pass, because well, if we're talking about the battle pass, Bastion might be my number one, but also with the Rexel, I think I heard something along the lines of like, there's supposed to be like 1 million ways that you can customize them, which is nuts to me, and I don't even know how that's gonna be, but I guess we'll see. On top of having all of the new maps and the new characters, we also do have a new few items that are going to be appearing in this season as well. One of them, we talked about the Mega Man Blaster, supposed to be a charge blast and also have a chargeable hit attack is what it looks like, or at least from what I got. We are also supposed to have the Sonic Mythic, which is supposed to make you run faster and be able to go ahead and traverse those Green Hill Zone humongous loops, because everyone and their mother will be doing those loops, myself included. Thank you very much. There's also supposed to be the Tetramino Junk Rift, which is supposed to make Tetris blocks fall from the sky. Now, as far as, I don't really play builds anymore, I'm aged out of builds, but I will tell you, for the build players, they will definitely come in handy a lot when it comes to building fortresses and stuff like that, because if you can, break buildings and stuff like that, then I can only imagine that they make you break builds as well, which would be fantastic, because I know the build game has gotten way too big for me. That's why I always do 0 builds. I feel like it's a little bit fun. It's way more simpler than playing with builds and seeing people build a tower in less than 5 seconds. And yeah, you can sit there and be like, get good, but really, like, I'll shoot, I'll shoot. I don't have to do the whole building thing. It's a whole thing. And then, of course, as far as more items go, we do have a massive amount of new sprites. I know there's a couple that have been seen already, like the Telll sprite, the Jazz Jackrabbit sprite, and then the really cute Klombo sprite that they showed in the trailer, which I thought was amazing. I thought that was fantastic. I cannot wait to see more of that, and also want to see what they do. I haven't really heard about the abilities of what they do, but they look super cool. While I'm at it, I also want to ask, if anyone is watching this, to tell me what you think about sprites below. I think at first I really hated them. I really didn't understand that they're just perks basically with like cute little monster forms. But now that I've played through this last season, I've been playing a lot. I'm like almost level 100. I've been playing a lot. Like, I do like them. I think they're great collectibles, and I think they kind of remind me of Pokemon, but like, I think they're doing very well in the game. It's just depending, I guess, on what they can offer when it comes to this, because, there's like special abilities for a couple of them, and obviously help you have an edge while playing Battle Royale. But to go back on that, to mention all the people that are supposed to be making an appearance, we have Mega Man, we have Sora, we have Crash Bandicoot, Eggman obviously is supposed to come. We also saw Pac-Man is supposed to be a part of that, and that's going to be really cool. But also, I don't know if he's going to be a sidekick. I don't know if he's going to be if they're going to make him a skin, which there is a skin in a Tekken game that they could use for this, so I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing him as a skin as well. Of course, we have Joker from Persona, Spyro, which I think is also going to end up being a sidekick, but again, I don't know. And then, of course, this reindeer from Roblox, from 99 Nights in the Forest. I don't know. I don't play Roblox. I literally had to look it up. It looks like it's a game that was made from Roblox that blew up pretty big, and it has to do with surviving 99 nights with this monster coming at you. So with that, my friends, that is pretty much everything we know that is confirmed for this season that's dropping tomorrow. I hope everyone has fun. I know I will be there day one, literally right after work tomorrow, grinding it out, and I hope you will be too. My friends, it has been an honor serving you. My name is Brother Bloom, and thank you very much for being a part of the Green Rose Inn. Thank you so much for checking in, and remember, grow where there are no boundaries, my friend. Good night.